Transform your experience into passive income.
I'm Colleen from the OT Toolbox, and this is Margaret from Your Therapy Source. And we are back to talk to you today about all things online income. We are an OT and a PT duo who have moved from the clinic to online entrepreneurship. And we are on a mission to support you in creating digital products so that you can get out of the hustle of regular work in the clinic or in the classroom, and to help you make an online income on the side or as a supplement to your income. We want to make your life easier by giving you the best advice, mindset shifts, and the support that you need to help you create digital products that will supplement your income. And most of all, we want to help you battle that burnout by adding to your creative fire, all while saving you time. Today, we're talking about selling digital products on Teacher Pay Teacher. We have a lot of experience in this area, and we have some tips that are going to help you. So be sure to stick around to the end of this video because you'll really get something from the end in those tips. So Margaret, Teacher Pay Teacher, this is a big subject for us, right?
Oh, for sure. Yep. I've been selling on there for years.
Yeah.
So it's always changing, which is exciting, but it is easy. That's for sure.
Yes.
So I think it's a very simple way to get your digital products in front of a large audience, which is great. They have a huge audience. The one thing that's tricky is getting found on that platform.
Yes. I was just looking at Teacher Pay Teacher yesterday, and there are millions of products, literally millions of products. I think they have it listed on their site. I was just going to pull that up, like exactly how many, but how would you get found in those millions of items on there?
It is tricky. You know, you have to have your keywords in your title, the way you pick the subject area and the type of worksheets or printables that you've made, all of those things play into Teachers Pay Teachers algorithm for sure. And I know they just changed it. So just like Google's changing all the time, TpT just changed their name to now they're TpT, but they also changed to more search intent. So I think again, don't understand it completely. They're just coming out explaining it, but trying to make it more individualized. And so it's a new platform to figure out how you're going to get your products in front of the right people.
Yeah, 7 million plus.
Oh my gosh.
Lessons and resources and handouts. That is so much.
Yeah,
but
it's a
the
lot.
Cool thing is that I'm an OT, you're a PT. There's speech therapists on there. There's teachers in the kindergarten space, the high school space, like social workers. There's everything in between. So your audience that's buying is only looking for your resources. You know, you could create something as a high school science teacher and have so many people buying those items because that's what they need. They don't want to recreate the wheel to create their things that they're using in their classroom. They just want to spend a few bucks and it's done.
Right. And the other thing is your audience is ready to buy, which is something that you really have to think about when you're putting your products online. Because if you're on Teachers Pay Teachers, you pretty much have the intent to purchase something. That's why you're there. Just like you said, you're looking for something for your lesson plan for the next day. And so they're ready to buy. They have their wallets out, which is great. So if you can get your product in front of a lot of people, they're going to be ready to purchase. I think one thing I found in my experience there is certain products sell better than others. And once that they take off, this is recently, they're getting a lot of purchases. There's a few products I made years ago, and suddenly those are the ones that are selling over and over and over again. And I think that gives me a clue of, okay, maybe I should make more products of this type. That's the type of on Teachers Pay Teachers. This is what they're looking for. So that helps me create new products for that audience over there where I'm getting some eyes on those specific products, because there's some products there I've never sold.
Yeah.
They're there, they sit there. I think they're wonderful. They sell on your Therapy Source, but they're hard to find on Teachers Pay Teachers or a very niche audience.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
But it's consistent income. That's for sure. You put it up there. You don't handle customer service. I don't do a lot of marketing. I have tried running ads within the Teachers Pay Teachers platform before, but I haven't done that in a while. I don't know if you've had any success with that.
I have never run ads, and there's just so much to Teacher Pay Teacher. I mean, they have an entire conference dedicated to this. They have courses on how to be found and how to increase your search engine optimization on Teacher Pay Teacher. Like, there is just so much. I kind of look at it as a supplement to my website. The income that I make from Teacher Pay Teacher is way down here compared to the sales on my site, just because I have a targeted niche that is coming of audience that's coming to my site. They know what they're looking for and they've purchased before, and the items are shown, they're seen. Whereas out of those 7 million products, mine are not ranking. They definitely are not. And that's just okay. So any money I make, I look at it as extra.
Yeah, my viewpoint's definitely the same. Whatever comes in. My problem is sometimes I don't stay up to date on listing them all on there. I'll list them on my website and then not over there. And then sometimes I'll batch do it. And one day I'll just go back and relist everything. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but at least I know it's done and I can check off my to-do list.
I think it's good just to get them on
the
site. You know what I actually did was, and this is another online entrepreneurship opportunity. I hired someone to take the products from my site, put them onto Teacher Pay Teacher. They were like a virtual assistant for me. And that way they put everything on there, because I had like 5 items on TpT. And so like, I have so many available that I can put on there. I just don't have the time. So I hired someone, they worked their magic, and now there's maybe like 60 or something like that. But I have another batch that I need to put on there too. So that's just another.
Yeah, that's a good idea, because it's not a super tricky task, but it is time consuming. Yeah. I have found that because I have a couple of vendors on my site who sell on Your Therapy Source and TpT, just getting feedback from them, they report that their products sell better on Your Therapy Source right out of the gate. But then on TpT, they might get better long-term value out of their products, because like I said, I think once TpT picks up some of these products, they're showing them to more customers. So I think that's one thing to consider. Like you said, at least get them up there, because you might get some better long-term income, even if those first few weeks you don't see much action.
Yeah. And it's cyclical too. Like, a lot of the products that we make are themed, seasonal, or, you know, according to a certain topic that comes around at certain times of the year. And so those items are searched for more at certain times. So then they show up again in sales in the future.
I have found too on there myself, and I know other vendor products that do well, are digital products that can be used as like at fine motor stations or motor skill stations for the younger age range. I don't think there's a lot out there on that. And so even on TpT, there is a lot of fine motor, but you know, making them more sensory oriented, I think some of those sell pretty well to that lower age range on TpT.
Yeah.
So it also depends on the product you're selling, whether it will do well on there, based on my experience and some of my vendors' experiences.
Yeah.
So, but all in all, it's a great platform to earn extra money from your digital products. It's certainly not something that I would ignore.
So if you had one tip for a person who would want to sell on TpT, what would that tip be?
Just get started.
Make it easier, or
Yep, just get started. Take those first steps, because like I said, it's not tricky, but it's just a matter of getting your products up there. And keep in mind, you do have to have one freebie. So, you know, make sure you have a freebie that's available. They do require that. And but just get started. Take action, and you'll learn the steps very quickly. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
How about you? What would be your tip?
My tip would be to target your niche, your specialty. So every one of us has experience in some realm of your profession. I'm an occupational therapist. I've worked in schools, but I know what I'm talking about when it comes to fine motor skills, hand therapy. And so creating resources based on that knowledge is very like a small audience, but think again about how many people are on there. So I can really create resources that people are looking for and need, because based on that knowledge. And then using that, if I make a resource on a certain theme, reusing it and recycling it for another theme, and just creating more resources that way. So really just becoming an authority with one topic and expanding on that. That would be my tip.
And they'll come back for sure, because everybody brings a certain spin on different things.
Right.
So you land up
Right.
creating a little micro audience. No, I agree. This has been great. Like I said, don't ignore it, get started. And if you need help creating your digital products, head on over to our website, digitalproductprofessionals.com, and we have a whole toolkit to help you get started. All right. See you next time, Colleen.
Talk to you later. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Visit digitalproductprofessionals.com to get started on your digital content creation journey.